From Ryan starting out with a $55,000 paycheck, to him now making a lot more than the great Charles Oliveira. Here is all you need to know about the shocking amount Ryan Garcia gets paid to fight. Let's rewind back to the beginning, because Ryan started off his career with a $55,000 paycheck. Not too shabby, right? But hold on, because things are about to get seriously shocking. Fast forward 3 years, and Ryan found himself in an epic battle against Romero Duno at the legendary MGM Grand Arena. You won't believe it, but that one fight alone catapulted his earnings to a jaw-dropping $250,000. Yep, you heard it right, $250,000. Now here comes the plot twist. Despite this incredible achievement, though, our California native wasn't feeling the love from Golden Boy Promotions. Well, at least according to Forbes. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. Because in a stunning turn of events, Ryan's undeniable talent eventually paid off in the most mind-blowing way possible. Brace yourselves, because his purse money skyrocketed to an eye-popping $500,000. And that isn't even the end of his paycheck hikes. It all began in 2016 when Ryan stepped into the ring for his professional boxing debut. And boy, has he been on fire ever since. Ryan is not one to back down from a challenge. In fact, he consistently finds himself in high-stakes matches, facing off against formidable opponents, and leaving them flat on the mat. His winning streak is no joke, with an incredible 23 victories under his belt. And get this, 19 of those wins came by way of knockout. But where does he make all of his money from? Well, with each exhilarating bout, the Flash doesn't just walk away with victory. He's also walking away with some seriously hefty paychecks. And currently, Garcia boasts a jaw-dropping net worth of $20 million. And how did he amass such a fortune, you ask? Well, let me spill the beans. First off, there are those lucrative pay-per-view shares that keep pouring into Ryan's bank account. Fans from all corners of the globe eagerly tune in to witness his lightning-quick moves and electrifying performances, contributing to his ever-growing wealth. But that's not all. When it comes to matching earnings, Ryan doesn't settle for chump change. Oh no, his earnings expand to the realm of millions. That's right, millions of dollars for each thrilling fight he steps into. It's like hitting the jackpot every time he steps foot in the ring. But wait, there's more. Garcia is not just a boxing superstar, he's also a magnet for brand endorsements. Companies are clamoring to associate themselves with King Rai, knowing full well the kind of attention and prestige it brings. So, on top of his boxing earnings, Ryan's bank account gets an extra boost from those lucrative endorsement deals. Now, here's a breakdown of the moolah from the fights. As I said, in the early stages of his professional boxing journey, Ryan's earnings hovered around a modest $55,000. It may not have been a king's ransom, but things escalated quickly. I mean, just listen to this. In his last 5 fights alone, the mighty King Rai raked in an astonishing sum of over $5 million. But Ryan Garcia didn't stop with the $5 mil. He kept climbing the money ladder. In his next bout against Luke Campbell, he added another $500K to his ever-expanding bag of cash. And just to put the cherry on top, the live gate for that fight reached $353,000. The man knows how to make it rain. But hold your breath, because we haven't reached the peak of this financial roller coaster yet. Next came the showdown with Emmanuel Tego, where Ryan pulled in a sum of around $3 million. Can you even comprehend that amount? It includes a guaranteed $1 million with an additional 70% of pay-per-view shares. And finally, in his most recent clash against Javier Fortuna, the figures are simply mind-blowing. Reports suggest that Ryan Garcia hauled in $2 million. But now, time for the money he made from his match against Gervonta Davis. I mean, when it comes to ticket sales for this epic match, the arena was buzzing with excitement. Around 20,000 seats were up for grabs, with prices ranging from $373 to a staggering $11,000. It's safe to say that fans were willing to dig deep into their pockets to witness this epic clash of titans. Now, let's get to the juicy part: the insane earnings of Ryan Garcia. While the official figures may be shrouded in mystery, rumors are swirling that Ryan managed to pocket a cool $5 million. But here's the intriguing twist. It's all thanks to the kindness of his rival, Tank Davis. Yes, you heard it right. Generosity in the boxing world. It seems that Tank, recognizing the magnitude of the event and the potential payday, graciously helped Garcia walk away with a massive fortune. Now, do you know what the fun part of all this is? Ryan isn't the only fighter bringing in the big bucks. Khabib Nurmagomedov is also making a lot just from his fights. Throughout his illustrious MMA career, Khabib has reportedly raked in a mind-blowing total of around $21.7 million. That's right, folks, a staggering amount would make anyone's head spin. Now let's take a closer look at the breakdown of Khabib's earnings since UFC 160. In the clash against Justin Gaethje at UFC 254, Khabib's pockets swelled with a base salary of $6 million. But wait, there's more. He also scored a hefty PPV payout estimated at $787,000, not to mention a cool $50K performance bonus. And let's not forget the icing on the cake, $40,000 from sponsorships. All in all, Khabib's total payout for the fight reached a whopping $6,877,500. That's some serious dough. Moving on to his showdown with Dustin Poirier at UFC 242. Khabib's earnings mirrored the previous fight, hitting the same $670,000 mark. The base salary and PPV payout remained consistent, alongside the performance bonus and sponsorship deals. It's safe to say that Khabib consistently brought home the big bucks. But the most talked about clash in recent memory was his epic encounter against Conor McGregor at UFC 229. This fight not only grabbed headlines, but also contributed to the Eagles' astonishing paycheck. Although his base salary was still an impressive $2 million, the estimated PPV payout skyrocketed to $5.1 million. And let's not forget that $40,000 from sponsorships, bringing his total payout for that fight to $6,640,000. Jeez Louise. And if you thought that was crazy, wait till you hear about McGregor's money. I mean, let's kick things off with UFC 189, where McGregor faced off against Chad Mendes in an interim featherweight title fight. Reports suggest that the charismatic Irishman walked away with $580,000. That's right, folks, an astronomical sum that included $500,000 in show money, a cool $50K performance of the night bonus, and an additional $30,000 from Reebok sponsorship. But that's just the beginning of McGregor's financial conquests. At UFC 194, he stepped into the cage to challenge Jose Aldo for the 145-pound featherweight championship. In a blink-and-you'll-miss-it moment, McGregor's electrifying 13-second knockout victory not only secured him the belt, but also a $590,000 payday. Oh, and this one was also the same as his previous fight, except that he got $40K from Reebok instead of $30. It's safe to say that the Irishman's lightning-fast fist translated into lightning-fast cash. But the McGregor saga didn't stop there. Enter the legendary rivalry with Nate Diaz, which captivated fans and shattered pay-per-view records. Now, the numbers for this one are truly out of this world. For their first epic clash at UFC 196, reports suggest that McGregor hauled in $1,090,000. Yes, you heard it right. Over $1 million for one fight! And it doesn't end there. For their highly anticipated rematch at UFC 202, McGregor's payday skyrocketed to an astonishing $3 million. But he's not the only one making waves with his major earnings. Everyone's favorite, Charles Oliveira, is on a similar path. Remember the time he fought against Islam Makhachev at UFC 280? Reports suggest that Oliveira's base salary for that fight reached an impressive $750,000. But wait, there's more. Oliveira's earnings didn't stop at his base salary. Thanks to the magic of pay-per-view, he managed to bag a cool $500K. Add to that an additional $32,000 from promotions, and you've got a staggering grand total of $1.29 million. Now, that may not be as much as King Rai or some popular MMA fighters, but by anyone else's standards, yeah, that's an insane paycheck. So, there you have it. From King Rai now making a lot more than the great Charles Oliveira, to Ryan starting out with a $55,000 paycheck. That was all you needed to know about the shocking amount Ryan Garcia gets paid to fight.